Yeah. Come in, people, come in, people. We're here, we're here, we're here. Yeah. Come in, people, come in, people. Come in. Letting the people know. Come in, come in. Share up the video. Got some talking to do, people. Come in, come in. Come in, 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 come in. We got some talking to do. Share up the video, my people. Share up, share up, share up. We're gonna do some talking here today. Discussion about sound system business and its venues. Yeah? Come in. Share up the video, share up the video, share up the video. We're gonna have a nice discussion, worldwide discussion about sound system and its venues, sound system business. Yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting one. It's gonna be a very interesting one. We're here on Instagram and we are here on Facebook. So, covered. Come in, 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 come in. Yeah, this is not a music thing. This is a talking thing. This is a business thing, yeah? Okay. Come in. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah. Welcome one and all. This is Young Warrior speaking to you. I'm alive and I'm well. The family is alive and well. I just want to make you know. I want to say in this time, big up to each and everyone out there. No matter who or where you are, big up to yourselves. I want to say condolences to anybody who has lost friends, family members. Boy, anybody that they may know, any colleagues, condolences to you all, okay, firstly. It's a serious time we're living in, but if you've been following my Instagram, if you've been following my Facebook, you were seeing this is also a time of transition, as in, for us as musicians and the world is transitioning, and we as reggae artists have to also transition. We as artists need to transition, as in, what can we do differently and what we will do differently. Come in one and all, share up this video. We're going to talk about some subjects here, some serious subjects, because it's not always about playing music. It is not always about playing the music, being up front in the camera. Sometimes it is about doing the work behind the camera so that the camera and us in front of the camera can continue and exist. It's not always about stardom. It's about doing the business, okay? I've spoken about this for many years. And it's about time, as we see what's going on, that maybe 1 and 2 just listened. You know? Maybe it was about time 1 and 2 just listened. We have to get our houses in order, musicians, okay? Now, today I want what really kicked off the way I wanted to speak to you lot. Again, like I said, condolences to everybody who has lost friends and family members and any people or person close to them. I'm going through it myself, okay? We have lost so many greats during this time period, and I'm not even going to go deep into that because I wasn't here to talk about that, and I'm not here to open a can of worms concerning those things. But all just know, say, we're good on our side, yeah? So we're good, and I hope you're good on your side. And we're just talking now about progressively moving forward and moving the business forward. So we've lost another music venue, Lakota in Bristol, UK. This is not the first venue that we have lost, okay? This is not the first venue we have lost. We have lost many venues through the years. Since early to mid 2000s, we have lost venues. Okay? Please take heed of this. I knew of this happening in the early part when I was doing my dances at the Brixton Mass Music Venue in Brixton, right in the centre of Brixton, St. Matthew's Church. This was in early 2000, 2009, 2000, actually it might have been before then, okay? I have been a person, an individual, which many people may not even know, you may not know, but I am behind the scenes in the business as well as in front of it. You may see me playing, you may see me DJing somewhere, but I do a lot of business behind the scenes and I'm involved in quite a lot behind the scenes. I've always been that way and have been that way for a long time. So I foresee and I hear a lot of things in the industry which may happen to affect us as artists, sometimes before they even happen. Okay? When I was doing my dances at Brixton Mass, I was aware, and I was also working with the Fridge. Big up yourself, Andrew. And they're talking about the original Fridge in Brixton. Okay, the original Fridge, alright? I was working with the Fridge, and I was also working with Brixton Mass Music Venue, St. Matthew's Church. I was aware of the closure or the coming closure of venues due to gentrification in the early days of these things happening. Okay? These venues, I'm telling you my story, because I can only tell you my story, my people. I can only tell you my story. Because how my story affects obviously who I am, what I am, and what I'm saying to you, and how I give advice. They said to me a lot of what is going to happen, what's going to happen to Brixton, what's going to happen to London, all of these things. I was doing a lot of networking at the time. I go to a lot of social events and networking events. And I was aware of these things happening. When it comes to venues, and I've put up already, today I've put up a post saying, why can't we collectively put our money together to have our own venue, to have our own premises? I've collectively spoken of this for many years. And very few people, less than the amount of fingers and thumbs on my hand, I have been approached about this idea. Or people that have come forward to show their interest in this idea and this way of working, which could be very possible and great. And surprisingly enough, because I'm an honest guy, not many of those people were sound system people. As in, the people that play sounds, the people who have an invested interest in having a venue. Okay? Listen to what I'm saying. Less than my hands, fingers on my hand and thumbs. Anywhere I go in any discussion I give to anybody, I always speak about the business behind the music. Okay? The music business. There cannot be no music without business. There cannot be no business without music. It goes vice versa, hand in hand. A lot of people do not understand the seriousness of this. Now, for years I've always spoken about this thing and spoken about we have to come together. We can't always be paying rent to places, okay? We can't always pay the rent. Because when they're ready, like now, and every year they turn off the tap, we have no water. If we give so much ownership and so much power to these organizations, when they turn off the tap, we don't have no work. In our music, we have many leaders, and in our culture, we have many leaders. Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Nani, you understand, Paul Bogle, so Haile Selassie. So many leaders which spoke about self-sufficiency and independence. Okay? And unfortunately, what I've seen, many who we are in this business and we talk about these things, not many actually go through with that ideology and put it into action. I know people from the drum and bass circuit. I know people from the jungle circuit. I know people from all different garage, grime. Okay? There's so many other musics out there where they collectively come, where they collectively come together to actually make things happen. It is very disappointing for me as a young person and as an individual in a reggae music industry, which is meant to be about revolution, that when it comes to time to defend ourselves, we're not there, we're not present, but we talk about it, but we're not present in the defense. As in, the active defense. I'm not talking about someone just defending themselves, saying something. The active defense of coming together an organization. We fail on this. We seem to fail on this. I'm not saying I have the answers here today. I'm just talking about my opinion of what I see happening and what I have seen happening over these years. Okay, of being in this industry, behind and in front of the camera. I've always stressed artists to invest in themselves and to invest in the industry of which they get a livelihood from. You cannot pick from a tree or a plant which you do not water. Okay? Understand what I'm saying. You cannot pick and eat from a plant or a tree that you do not water. It is not possible. There are so many artists. There are so many people who go to events. There's so many ravers. There's so many promoters. Which collectively we could do so much. So much. But for some reason we don't. Okay? Remember, I am a young person. I'm not telling you I have the answers. But if I am wrong, I'd love for someone to tell me that I am wrong. I am talking about what I have seen here in the UK. I'm here in the UK. I'm here in London town, London city. Someone who is heavily involved in the music. And I'm saying that I don't see this collective. Okay? This collective. From Notting Hill Carnival to straight up to so many large events where we seem to not be represented efficiently. There is no board. Okay? If I get a venue, somebody dislikes me because of it. If somebody gets a venue, they dislike somebody because of it. There is no collective effort that we do something together. So I've for many years raised the point of somehow we have to get somewhere which is our own. Or if we do not get somewhere which is our own, we cannot keep complaining when they take away or, like I said, turn off the tap. We can't keep complaining of that. For years I have seen uproar when another venue is gone. So all what I'm seeing online about Lakota in Bristol, or what I saw online about the Coronet in Elephant and Castle, there's a lot of uproar afterwards. Always after the fact, but never before the fact. Okay? When I was there trying to push for Tudor Rose music venue in Southall, okay? I was pushing that cry from the venue for so long because I understand the amount of sound systems which have played in that venue, the amount of people which have attended dances in that venue, the amount of promoters that have put dances on in that venue. Why is it that it seems to be only myself and a small collective pushing the fact of they're trying to close down a venue? They've put out a petition about the venue for people who want the venue to stay. However, the rejections, I had the book of the rejections because it's something that I keep for I'm going to keep it for historic value. The rejections are about this thick. And anybody which signed the petition, you would have got a copy of this as it's in the public interest. So you would have got a copy of the rejections. The rejections were about this thick. Okay, this was when I say the rejections to close the venue was about this thick. The people who supported the venue and wanted the venue to stay was about down to here. Okay, I don't know if you can kind of see that. I wish I could find it in my house, but it's about down to there. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. When you have a sound system, you need a place to play. Yeah? You need a place to play. Without a place to play, you don't play your sound system. You cannot host a dance, a legal one anyway. Alright? So why is it whenever a venue where I know other sound systems play at, I am always the only heavily involved one to push the fact that this venue needs help, or to try and show some support to this venue? The same thing with the music cafe in Leicester. Okay? The same thing in the music cafe in Leicester. During this time, they're going through a tough time. And they've put out same thing, support, please support, give anything that you can. I don't see it on many people's timelines. I don't see much people talking about it. Independent self, from big up VJ, wherever you are. Wherever you are, I hope you're safe and your family's good. These things, I'm not going to lie, they piss me off. They piss me off for the fact of, like I said, after the fact, we always are ready to cry. We're always bawling, oh, it's gone, it's gone. Da, 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 da. But when we can actually do something about it, not present. Not present. It's a serious issue. Like I said, you cannot pick and eat from a tree or a plant if you don't water it. Alright? We as sound systems and artists and the collective, which is the people that go to dances, the people who produce the records, the people that buy the records, there's certain things that we can do. I am very sure the people that do go to dances are not just sound system people. I'm sure that there's estate agents. I am sure there are accountants. I'm sure there are entrepreneurs. I'm very sure all the sides of business that actually help a successful business actually come to our dances. Okay? Not everybody is an artist. We as an industry need to seek advice and involve these people as they are very beneficial to the industry which we are in. We are an independent industry, okay? An independent industry. It is us by ourselves. There is nobody to help us. We have to help ourselves. That is what is self-sufficiency all about. That's what self-sufficiency is all about. Standing on your own 2 feet to make things work. Okay? When I put up today about a collective of people and why can we not fund and do something and create our own venue, I did see a comment on Facebook. I did earlier. And it said something about I cannot shame people about where they put their money or so forth. And, you know, it's very hard because people have to think about, you know, do I put money on the table or do I invest in a venue or all of these kind of things. I'm not saying that we should spend, that we're going to throw 50 grand. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not asking anybody to do that. I'm opening the conversation. Because it's a conversation that we have had many times. Like the guy said, we've had this conversation many times. But I think it's about time. It's about time. The time is now even. The time is now. People are waking up and smelling the coffee. Because the tap has been turned off for everybody. Do you understand? So this isn't the time. If you didn't want to listen then, you should listen now. Alright? Because like I said, it's something that I have been beating for years. Any conversation, any conference, any exhibition, any time I get to talk, I say the same things. And it's like it sometimes falls on deaf ears. Alright? It's not always about playing music. We have to do some business and come together and support ourselves. Alright? It's not something I can do by myself. When it came to a petition, I could only sign a petition maybe once or sign it on behalf of my father or something. You understand? I can't do it for everybody. I can't rally around and make the effort and go to networking events talking about what we need as an industry, and when the time comes, the industry is not present. I cannot go around talking about sound systems, the positive influence of sound systems or what sound systems need when no sound system supports what I'm doing or even supports themselves with what needs to be done. It can't work. No man is an island, and people dislike me when I'm talking a certain way. People do dislike me when I'm talking a certain way because I talk hard. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to sound system, we are we're soon going to be extinct. We are in danger of dying. We are a dying breed. Okay? Year by year by year it gets worse. And year by year we have no defense. Year by year we create no defense. Year by year it just happens and we accept it and we don't do anything about it. Year by year we don't come together and actually try and actually put a stop to it. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. Because many of the council meetings, it's only me there. Do you understand? It's only me there. Having a voice for the sounds. These sounds that don't have a voice for us. Or even have a voice for me or a voice for themselves. Do you understand? That's why I'm breaking it down, you know. Yeah? Please take heed of what I'm saying. We have to be self-sufficient and we have to make things better for ourselves. We have to be able to put in a pot, if possible, something towards getting ourselves together. We have all different organizations raising money at this time, okay? We have all different people raising money for different causes every single day, even before this time. And still, when sound system culture, underground music, alternative music is one of the biggest things out there, and most probably even bigger than pop because it's unrecorded. Most probably bigger than pop. We cannot raise the same. We cannot come together to do the same things. What's going on? So we're going to talk about it. We're going to sing songs about it. We're going to play it. We're going to take it all over the world, but we're not going to live it. Is that what it is? Because it seems like there's more interest in playing music than preserving the music. Because to preserve the music takes more than just playing the music. Okay? This is why sometimes a lot of people don't even see me sometimes. You understand? Because at the end of the day, there's a lot more work to be done. If there is people out there, and I know there is people out there, because even if you don't have the knowledge, I'm sure that there's something you can contribute towards what I'm saying. And ultimately, it's for the artist to be able to push out the things that they need and to be able to support themselves. Okay? And to come together and just say enough is enough. And what we need to do is this. Yeah? A lot of the young sound systems, big up Facebook, a lot of the young sound systems understand what I'm saying. Because we come from a different era. As you see, the Chronics, the Proteges, Janines, Jesse Royal, Kabaka, all of them, they saw what needed to happen. A collective. Working together. Something that was spoken about for so long. And still here we are. Still here we are in England. You understand? People. Whether it takes a board of people in each city or in each country to basically say, you know what, we need a hub, we need a center. We're going to contribute money towards the center. We need reputable people to represent. And we're going to utilize estate agents, accountants, architects, whether you're going to buy a building or whether you're going to start from scratch, it is possible. I am putting the idea out there. It is possible, and I'm willing and able to be a part of it if it's not just me. Because I've been trying to get the word out there for a long time. Yeah? The clear example of this, one of the clear examples of what I'm talking about, is Rainbow Music Venue in Birmingham. Alright? They started with a warehouse, an empty warehouse. The toilets were porter cabins. Okay? Remember, people, I'm taking you. Rainbow Warehouse in Birmingham, UK. Started as a warehouse. Just a warehouse. And then the toilets were porter cabins. What they did, the initiative that they took was use the profit from the events that they kept. They had the license in place, but the niceties and luxuries of the music venue, unfortunately the money was not there. They used the profit from the venue, and from the event, to invest in the venue. Alright? They kept dances and shows and shows and shows to raise money to do up the venue, for it to get to a standard. Alright? It wasn't just an overnight thing. Then after this, with enough money and parties from that venue, they managed to purchase another empty warehouse. And did the same thing again. Then they brought garages, as in mechanics that fix cars. They're large garages. They brought those, added on to the venue, to where, if you go to Birmingham, Digbeth, UK, majority of that road is owned by these people. Okay? Majority of that road that the nightclub is on is owned by them. And what they did was knock through a venue, knock through one of the warehouses, then knock through another warehouse, then knock through, and they just keep on going down to where they end up with a massive, the whole road, across the road, side of the road, the middle. So they can hold their street parties, they can hold their concerts. They are the resident. They don't. When it comes to their, they are the resident. All right. I want to put the idea out there to the man them and the woman them. These things are possible. Alright? So no matter what city you are in, no matter what country you are in, let's talk about it. Sound systems, please come together and talk about this. Let's get something going. Let's get something going. Most of us out here, like myself, I'm a promoter as well. Especially in the UK, it is expensive to hire a venue. Okay, it's expensive. London, it's expensive. You can pay maybe £1,000 for one night. Just one. Minimum. One night. Right. So let's do the maths. 4 Fridays. £4,000 in a month. Just the Fridays. You're paying £4,000 collectively. If we were a collective, you're paying £4,000 for all of the Fridays in a month. Add on Saturdays, £8,000 as a collective. You're telling me, people, we cannot find anywhere or even a mortgage or a venue for our own when promoters here are investing £8,000 a month? We cannot find somewhere and begin. We have to really talk about this. This is I'm throwing it out there because something's got to happen, because we are a dying breed when it comes to the sound system culture, and I don't see any other sound talking about it as serious as how I talk about it. I beat this drum so hard, but I'm not beating it for someone to come and eat off of it afterwards. I'm beating it and I'm showing the man them so they need to beat the drum too if they're really passionate, because it seems like they don't care. We also get opportunities as sounds to play in venues. We do. And we pick up all the venues that do allow sound systems to come inside and be in you know, host the events and all of these things. There are sounds which spoil it. There are individuals that spoil it for us all. Let me tell you how. As a sound system, if I'm going into the venue for the first time, I am representing my industry. I am representing what sound system is. I am representing what sound system is all about. That is my responsibility as a sound going into the venue for the first time. Alright? Listen to me good, you know. I am representing what sound system is all about. Yeah? We have guys which do go into venues and their first thing to do is completely destroy the venue. Yeah? Completely destroy the venue. If me as a venue owner, I'm experiencing sound system for the first time, I am not going to have another sound come back in my venue. If I tell you to turn it down and you don't turn it down, or you're trying to destroy the place and try to rip off the roof, you're not coming back. And no other sound after you is coming back. And the main reason why is because this is my livelihood. I'm talking as the venue owner. Yeah? Because you have to see things from many different angles and sides. I have a livelihood. I have a mortgage to pay. I have licenses to pay. I have bar staff to pay. Do you understand? I have invested thousands in my venue. Yeah? Listen to what I'm saying. Do you really think I'm going to risk that for one night? I may have kids to feed. Do you really think I'm going to risk noise complaints for one night and then the council to shut down my venue? Of course not. People on Instagram, I know it paused, so I'm going to repeat again. I'm going to repeat again because I'm on Instagram as well, people. If I was a venue owner, I'm going to repeat it again. If I was a venue owner, because I try to see things from different angles. If I was a venue owner, I have mouths to feed. I have licenses to pay. I have spent thousands to do up my venue. I have bar staff. I have cleaners. I've invested thousands in the venue. And you want to come one night and cause noise complaint after noise complaint after noise complaint, when all I've said is, can you turn it down just a little? Can you? I'm not going to risk that for one night. This is from the venue owner's viewpoint. I'm not going to mess up my livelihood where I can earn thousands every day, every night, because my license is 24 hours, 24/7, 365. I'm not going to mess that all up and mess up my life, my mortgage, car, pitney, rare people that work for me, to just please you for your one night because you want to tear down my building. There's a responsibility as a sound system when we do get into these venues to adhere to the rules of the venue, to respect the fact and not cut off our nose despite our faces, to respect the venues, the very few that let us in through the doors. I have played in places, people have heard my sound, I've played in places, I've just keep it under a level. I'm not saying every man is meant to follow what I'm doing, you know, but you've got to be wise in what you're doing. You've got to really think. Don't tear it down for your first night, you know. Build up a rapport with the venue. Build up some long-term things so where the venue can feel comfortable to give you more dates. You can't just go in there blaring. It's not going to work. Especially if you got maybe 20 people or 30 people inside the dance. It's not going to work. Do you understand? Like, we as sound systems have got to do better. We as a reggae sound system industry, because we are very niche. People get listen. Venue owners get mad when they see us turn up with a van load of boxes. You know, you understand? Venue owners get mad. What the hell is this? We are dying breed, man. We have to be able to we got have to somehow. We got to work better. I'm not saying don't play your sound. We've got to work better and know when. Do you understand? When. Can't just be selfish in this thing and feel like we've got to destroy a place to make it work. And yeah, I'm the biggest sound, I'm the heaviest sound, and yeah, I'm just here to please my people and leave. Because at the end of the day, once that venue closes, that's your income closing. The more venues that close, is the less income you are going to get as an artist or a sound system. We have to be smart. Going back now to Lakota in Bristol and just going to Tudor Rose and all of these places where I'm talking about self-fundraising. We have to have some kind of collateral to bargain with. Alright? Some kind of collateral. There is no way, if I own a venue, yes, I want to please my little party people and rare. But if a state or some kind of company is offering me millions for my building, the good deed don't pay the rent. The good deed don't cut the headache in half. Do you understand? Supporting the culture don't do that. We as a people need to create some sort of fund that we can put something on the table. We have to understand that this is business, you know. We're dealing with people's business, money, paper. People hate when I talk about this, you know. And I know people are going to dislike me when I talk about this, because I talk about this. But this is true. You have to understand, it's money that puts light on. It's money that feeds Pitney and children. You understand? No one's living in no cave out here. So when I talk about it, work is work. Musicians work. Alright? So when people want to dislike what I'm saying, I'm straight, I'm honest. It's business, yeah? We're working. We have to have some collateral we can put on the table. Something we can bargain with. It takes a while if you're going to apply to Arts Council, if you're going to apply to the PRS for a grant, or if you're going to apply to any kind of other agency for funds towards a project. It takes a while. But we can do it ourselves. There is too much of us. There is too much of us Instagram, and there's too much of us Facebook, that we can't do this. If everybody who bought a record gave a $5, anybody that ever bought a record in the UK or internationally gave just £5, or just what they could towards a fund, we would have something that we can bargain with. Something we could say, you know what, I know the estate agent wants the place, but you know what, we got 40 grand here. Just give us some time. Give the venue to us. Let us run it. Let us run, and all the profit we'll use to pay to give you the rest. No matter how long it takes, we've got to have something to bargain with. Good deeds don't pay bills, people. We've got to have something to bargain with in this time to do business, in order to keep our business afloat, to keep working, to keep our business going. We have to have something to bargain with. Right about now, and most of the time, we have nothing. And no man's willing to dig in their pocket to do it. What's going on? It's like we're not respecting our business as business. We're not doing it. Listen. It's a deep thing. I know it's deep. But I'm throwing this out there for a collective of people, no matter what city you're in, no matter what country you're in. If there's like-minded individuals who are watching this video and want to set up something in their area, Network. Please. Network. Yeah? The ball has to start rolling. We have to join together. No matter if it's you lot over there in wherever you are, you're in Spain, or whether you're in Ibiza, or whether you're in wherever. Do you get what I'm saying? Someone in London, someone in Bristol. Or whether it's going to need a collective United Kingdom thing where you have, cause my idea is a United Kingdom type of thing where you have, like, yeah, you have a like Parliament, you have a representative of each genre of music to run this board. And this board is then able and credible to, you know, this is the board for the venue now. Each one representing the underground musics and the alternative musics. Credible people, people of power, people of notability that can bring, you know, whether it's they have a name, they have resources. That's the only way this can work. And then you maybe have another board which is in like Italy or one in France that does the exact same thing. And you just model off of that to where there's all these different hubs all over the place. And us as a culture, all these alternative music. I'm not talking about just reggae, you know. I'm not talking about just reggae. Talking about alternative music, underground music, music for the people. I'm talking about jungle, grime. Talking about hip hop. Talking about dubstep. Talking about drum and bass. Yeah? Talking about jungle. Come together. Come on. Something must can happen. I'm not... Unless I'm talking rubbish, I want someone to... I'm going to look through the comments. Cause someone needs to tell me whether I'm talking rubbish. Big up yourself, Clapper Praise. I'm checking on Facebook at the comments at the moment on Instagram. I think it's possible. I think it's possible, my people. And I did, you know, there's some people which did message me a while ago on Instagram, a person, about the same kind of collective. And I said, you know what? The thing is, it can't be a thing of which we get funded and sing one person's name. It's not going to work. Because whoever gets the money is the one person everyone's going to want to crucify. You get what I'm saying? We know the business and we know how certain man's mindset go. Yeah? We know how certain man's mindset go. So this is why I have always said I'm not in this to do this alone. You understand? I'm not doing it alone. Cause I ain't getting crucified for no man. Yeah? And I will tell you, going back to the original beginning of the story, let me reel back the tape. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to reel back the tape. When I started my events at the Brixton Mass, yeah, I was also working with the fridge in Brixton when the fridges used to be on the front. Yeah, the original, which is now electric. Yeah, the electric Brixton. Yeah, to show you how far I'm talking. They both said to me, yeah, I want people to hear what I'm saying. And I'm going to break it down a little. Fine. This is so you hear what I'm saying. These guys were retiring at basically the same time. There was Andrew and his wife that was running. I was saying, this is something I'm going to put in a book. You understand? Yeah. Andrew and his wife, which were running the fridge. I think his name was... What's his name? Not Johnny. Forgot my man's name. At Mass. Or was it Steve? Can't remember. A while ago. They were retiring. Yeah. Finishing with the business. Which was coming up to the time. Like I said, when I was doing my dances and everything at Brixton. They said to me, boy, warrior, when I retire, you know. Obviously, they didn't talk like that. I want to, like, this is it. Kind of finishing with the business. Where. Both of them, we're talking to both of them. They're like, listen, do you want to take over the venue? Listen to what I'm saying, people. Listen to this, you know. Cause I don't think there's anybody that even knows these things. This is behind the scenes. Yeah. They said to me, we're thinking of retiring. This is Electric and Brixton, Mass. Would you like to take over the venue? Venues, all right? Would you like to take over the venues? I said to myself, me? I said, boy, it's a big responsibility, you know. Big responsibility, take over the venues. How is this going to work? This time I had exploded with what has been proposed to myself. So, and this can be verified by people, I called my business partner and I said to my business partner, listen, this is what is on the table, you know. The people are saying they want us to take over the venue. What? Yeah. What? What were you saying? Business partner said to me, you know what? What, you're going to sit down in the venue every day yourself? You're going to clean toilet and rare because I don't see... Okay, Instagram, you're back. Instagram, you're back. I'm going to come back to you, Facebook. I'm going to say this again. Because Instagram froze. Wheeling back early 2000. So the fridge, Brixton, Mass. Yeah? The guys were retiring. Big up Andrew, wherever you are, who used to run the fridge. Time when the fridges were on the front of the building. Said to me, oh, do you want to take over the venues? Retiring, do you want to take over the venues? My head was mad. Do you get what I'm saying? My head was mad with that. As in, it's a big thing. You want me to take over the venue? You want me to take over the fridge? You want me to take over Brixton, Mass at the time? This is while I was doing my dances at Brixton, Mass. Proposed to my business partner as in saying to him, what do you want to do? Do you want to, yeah, should we do this? What they were saying, put on the table. This I'm saying that this is things are possible. This is why I'm telling you like this, that these things are possible. They said, all you got to do, chow down whatever a little bit a month, just so it saves me the headache of the people, dealing with promoters, the running the venue, the security, I just want to call out and just put some money in my account every month. And you just do what you're doing. If you have 10 events, 20 events, 15 events, it's up to you. The license is there. Just give me X a month. I said, wow. I said, boy. But my business partner said to me, you know what? You can't do this alone. It's not a thing you can do alone. What, you're gonna do everything, every kind of job and do all of this? You can't do that. You can't do that. So, what did I do? I made a few phone calls. Listen to what I'm saying, people, you know, because you don't need to know the kind of industry that we're in. I made a few phone calls, yeah? I said, boy, this is the situation. Do you want to get involved? I never said you got to pop any money, you know. You've never come to that. I said, do you want to get involved? Do you want to do this? Because, like, my business partner said, it can't be you cleaning the toilet, opening the venue every morning, going to this, doing to that. You can't do it all by yourself. Made the calls. All I got on the phone, listen, people. All I got on the phone was, boy, we're good, you know. We're good. No, you do your thing. We're good. We got our spot. This was before like I said, I got the advance on the gentrification and all of that information beforehand. So I'm hearing, boy, no. We're good, you know. I'm good, you know. We don't need no. We're all right, you know. We're. The fridge in Brixton, before it became Electric, St. Matthew's Church, just before it closed and became and went back into a church, the Mass. That's the response I got from people on the phone at that time. It might be shocking for you lot, but it was even shocking for me. But it's not for me to convince a man and tell a man what is going on or what is literally going to come a few years down the line. Where now, venues are closed left, right and centre. There is nowhere to play. Hardly anywhere to play. The venues that are there, they're promoting their events themselves. So they don't actually even see you as a promoter. It's a clash of who is the best promoter, or it's some kind of competition on who brings the crowd. Do you get what I'm saying? So at a time when we could have had these things, again, not present. Not present. And I'm talking about my industry, the reggae roots and dub industry. Not present. So when it came to Tudor Rose, again, we've had many opportunities where we can have venues and where we can have our own things. And we do not want to put in the work. The credible people which could be and should be putting in the work are not putting in the work. Listen to what I'm saying, yeah. Same thing with Tudor Rose. It was there. The petition was there. I pushed the petition. I told everyone to get on it. The people that signed it from our circle. Big up to the people of Switzerland. The reason why I say that, big up OBF, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I say this. Big up UBIC and all the other sounds in Switzerland. When they were trying to close the cultural hub of the zoo in centre of Switzerland, Geneva, where all those big sound system events keep, it was the sound systems which made sure it did not happen. Listen to what I'm saying, you know. It was the sound systems which made sure, because they all played there, they all made sure that no way was this venue closing down. And if you look, because it's in the public interest, public information, you can look. In the petition, yeah, listen to what I'm saying. You will see Young Warrior. I don't live there, you know. I don't have no address, you know. But all the way in Switzerland, at any venue which is under threat, you will see my name in the petition or pushing out whatever, and especially the one in Switzerland. Big up everybody in Geneva, Switzerland, yeah, that made sure Museum did not close. Big up listen, big up everybody that made sure that cultural hub did not close. Right in the centre. That is prime locate, prime. People, we need to take a leaf out of the book. We need to take a leaf out of the book. Any sound system which has played in any venue should be a part of making sure that venue is still around. Listen to what I'm saying. Any sound system which has played in any venue, it is definitely a part of them. If they are continuing to off of that venue, it is also for them to do this to the venue, to give to the venue as well, the support which is necessary and needed by the venue. Because if that venue goes, their income goes. If you have 5 dances a year, even if some people have more, if you have 5 dances a year and that venue gone, that's that income gone. Another venue, that's that income gone. Another venue, that's that. So it's not just about playing music, it is supporting the places that you need sounds to play at. Hold on, I'm scrolling on the comments. Sorry, Facebook. I'm scrolling on the comments on thingy this time. On Instagram. So it is what it is. and this is what is going on. We have a responsibility to sound them. If you're going into the venue for our first time, a new venue, it is your responsibility, as you are representing sound system culture. You're representing me, you're representing other people. So if you're going to go into a venue for the first time, please know that you are responsible. You are showing a person who does not know about sound system what sound system is all about, what our culture is all about. Respect it and deal with it with dignity. Give them manners, because we are already in danger. They already have a prejudice. You understand? From they see the van pull up and the boxes come out, they're already worried. Yeah? So we have to make them feel comfortable. We know the game. Yeah, come on, people. We have to know the... Boy, I'm telling you. And you know what? Sometimes the issue is that anybody can have a sound system. So their attitude can stink and they can own a sound system. You understand? That is sometimes a problem too. We have to understand we all have a responsibility to each other. I have a responsibility to that sound. 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 I have a responsibility to every single sound system out there, because this is my industry and I represent them and they represent me. It is a brotherhood and a sisterhood. You understand? We are underground, so them say. You understand? We have to make sure we are representing our business properly. Going back to the thing, people, if you want to invest in something, come together. Anybody with like minds, if it's a city thing, if it's a country thing, make it happen in your area, right? Set up your GoFundMes or whatever you need to do. Let's create some kind of organization, and we'll talk about it again. Most probably we'll talk about it again. Let's do this. And I also want to big up every single promoter out there putting their hand in their pocket to support sound system culture. Alright? Promoting events there is a hard job. Your name is on the line. Your name is on the line. Yeah? Listen, your name is on the line. In the UK, we had something called, I forgot the form because we no longer, Form 696. Yes? Which is a police form, which you have to declare on every event at the time. Yeah? Your name, your passport info, your passport number, your address, telephone number and email. Alright? On any event that you were doing. Your name and your DJ's. And you had to submit this well before, or actually, well before your event even takes place. And it could be rejected up to, I think it was 24 hours. I think it was 24 hours before your event even takes place. If the police reject this form, you ain't keeping no event. So you could have invested thousands of thousands, putting up your big posters, rare. If one of your people had a criminal record, something that they was down there that didn't look too right, or they played at a venue where there was a stabbing or a killing, or something was taking place, the police would cancel your event 24 hours before. Do you understand? There's a lot on the promoter. Sound systems, you need to understand there is a lot on the promoter. I had to fill these out regularly. Personally, me fill them out for people behind the scenes, okay? Form 696, madness. Yeah? There is a lot on the promoter. In the UK, I want to talk about, in the UK we had a big event. It was called the United Nations of Dub Weekender. Yeah. Big sound system event. DJs and so forth and, you know. 1 second, people. Sharing the alright, cool. We had that. But we also came, bear with. Yeah, so back in the day we had the United Nations of Dub Weekender, which then also issues, as in sound systems not supporting the promotional team, the organization fully on such a task, such a feat. as in playing too loud, attitudes, creating problems and headache for the promoters, which have spent over 90,000, however many thousand to hire the venue, gone out of their own way and spent money out of their own pockets to even lose. Do you understand me? To put on this large event. But because it was such a large event and because so many people were playing and a part of it, everybody's excited. So every sound wants to prove, like, yeah. But they forget that if the promoter loses the venue, that's it for the next year. If the police have to come down to the place and lock it off, that's it. If the residents complain, that's it. And that was also one of the factors why you don't see that event anymore. And why certain people want to work with certain people and certain people don't want to work with certain people. It's the same. These are the issues which we are facing. That we are not helping ourselves, and the attitudes of the sound system, people, individuals, our industry is not of one sometimes to help ourselves. Even when our back is against the wall, we do not help ourselves correctly. Sound man them, take what I'm saying in heed, Heed what I'm saying, You see the attitude them? It will also be our downfall. Yeah? Support your promoters. Invest in your industry. Whether it's sharing, whatever information. If a promoter tells you, boy, can you please, whatever, you just follow and adhere to what they're saying, because the man is paying your fees, the man is paying, going out their way. It's their livelihoods as well. You understand? They're putting food on the table for you and their families and the venue. You have to support them. You understand? Our music, we can play it loud and rare, but sometimes we've got to know when and how. You understand? We've got to be aware of what is against us. Anyway, people, that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say. That we have to think about these things and how we can go forward a little bit better when it comes to our industry and how we do things. Whether it needs for a board of people. Anyway, the inbox is there. We have to formulate something. We have to formulate something once this is all over. Because while we're locked up, they've got their plan going on. You understand? They've got their things going on in the background. And when we come out, it's going to be a whole different format. So we also need to be ready to when we come out, we got our thing. You understand? And we're of a new mindset. We need to prepare ourselves also. Yeah? We need to prepare ourselves also. Mentally and physically, we have to prepare ourselves for what is to come. We have to do it. Every year they're licking our feet from us, from underneath us. We need to be ready. You understand? We need to be setting up some things. Soundman who say they're up there need to be doing their things to make sure that it continues. As in the business. It's not just about playing music. Them times they're done long time. Playing music done long time. And I've been saying this for years. It's not just about that. We've got to be doing some business around here. You understand? Tesco's don't just sell food. They have to open up more supermarkets. That is business. In order for business to survive, we have to have business. This is why artists are dying with no royalties. Producers, join PRS. Artists and singers and songwriters, join PRS. Yeah? I've been pushing this thing for a long time. Join PRS and get your music royalties. If your music is played on radio at any festival, especially in France, all of them places, join your PRS, sign it up. It's only about £30 or whatever, £30-40, and there's many different collection agencies all over the world. Look into it right now while it's quiet. Look into it and set up yourselves, collect your royalties. I've been saying it for a long time. I'm saying it too long. You understand? It seems like I'm not. Listen, set up your things. Sort out your business while you can right now. While it's quiet, sort out your business. Yeah? Join up to PRS. Join up to PRS. ASCAP, whichever you want to join. Sort it out. In Jamaica, you have all of them. Sort out your royalties. Any independent artist, make sure you're collecting your royalties. Please, your PRS. It doesn't take long. It literally takes about a day or so for it to be processed. You make your payment and you're done. So that when times like this happen, where there's not necessarily income, you are still earning income off of your music. Because when the time done where you cannot jump up on the stage anymore because you're old or you're in a wheelchair or something happened to you, you have some income coming in from your music. These are the things which a lot of the artists back then didn't understand. But we as the new generation that have technology on our side cannot claim ignorance. We cannot claim ignorance right now. It is there. Join PRS and sort out your royalties, people. There's people, elders out there that didn't do this and they're suffering. They have to be on stage until they drop down. You see what is going on. There's too many names of artists that have dropped down on stage and on tour because they have to work. They live in hand to mouth, hand to mouth, hand to mouth. They have to keep on doing that because they didn't sort out how to make money from sleeping. Too many examples out there, people. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We have to sort out ourselves, sort it out. We see when they turn off the tap, there's nothing there. So we have to make sure we have our little side tap running. You understand? We have to make sure we have our little thing going on. Anyway, like I said, condolences to one and all. Big up yourselves. Big up yourselves for the people that have survived, people who have gone through all of this thing. I love you all to the max. Believe me, love you all to the max, and I cannot wait to see you all again. I hope it is in better circumstances. I hope you're all well. I hope you all are taking your vitamins, your cod liver oil, your vitamin C, A to Z. You understand? Your fish oil, your omega-3, your vitamin B. Doing your little workouts or whatever at home. Sorting out your music, like I said, your databases and all of your things. Sorting out your archives. I hope you all are doing that. And I look forward to seeing you all on the other side of this thing. I'm telling you. But I just hope it will be better for us all. Sound man, them need to fix up and pull up their damn socks. You understand? I'm kind of getting tired of it. Yeah? I have to talk hard. Let's sort it out. Let's organise something. We'll talk again, my people. We'll talk again and we'll try and work it out. But if there's a board of people, like I said, in your cities or whatever that can pull something together, if there's like 5 or 6 sounds of an area or a city which wants to go forward with a thing, I want you lot all to get together and network and just create your cultural hub some way, somehow. Whether you're doing a GoFundMe, whether you're doing crowdfunding, we can do it ourselves. We can do it ourselves, yeah? If a old man can raise over 20 grand for the NHS, bruv, we can do it ourselves. You understand? We've got to have more faith in ourselves, because I'm sure it costs how much to buy one record these days. It costs how much to buy one record these days, alright? You're telling me we can't put something towards a venue? Nah, slack. We're better than that. And we play music a lot. The message in our music is a lot stronger than that. Yeah? Big up yourselves, everyone. Love to you all. It has been a pleasure. It has been a pleasure to catch up with you. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope your families are doing well. Much love to you all. I'm telling you, it's mad. And before I even go, hold on. After rings or one thing.
Well, you know, these times, these perilous times, I'm talking about credit front of Babylon and fall. Let's follow. I realness this. Yeah, yeah, Babylon pressure reach.
Guidance and protection to each and everyone.